Hi, my name is Carrie Amaro, and I'm so excited. Welcome to day one of our 12-day series for our new reset into that new season, that new year, new opportunities. And we're starting with the foundation, the most important element of leadership before we start building on any strategy. And what is it? It's clarity and honesty. Because without those, you're wasting your time, right? My first challenge for you is to define what matters to you. I know this sounds silly, but if you don't define what matters, your brain will default into survival mode. For those of you who follow Joe Dispenza, you would hear him say all the time that your brain is a record of your past. And until you train it to become a map of your future, you're living in a cycle of the past. So when I read this quote, it hit me hard. This was truly an eye opener for me. If you don't consciously reset your direction, your brain unconsciously repeats last year. Without clarity, you're unintentionally recreating last year results, including the parts that held you back, which could currently be more detrimental than they were last year. So our day one has two parts. One, define what you truly want in this new season, this new year. Understanding what blocked you in the prior year. Because without clarity, awareness is incomplete. And awareness without clarity is paralyzing because you don't see a path forward. So my challenge for you, I want you to think about if you had goals, but your direction was foggy. Pause and give yourself the space to brainstorm. Where did your direction wander? Okay. I want you to think back at how much of your time were reactions to fires more than you led with that vision. Your execution fell short. You recalibrated back to the current habits and you lost that clear insight. You were busy, but when you looked at your numbers, the progress felt slow. Now, this one, be honest. You kept hitting that same emotional trigger with your team. I want you to consider if that's really what you wanted to do, or was it because you felt overwhelmed and exhausted? I want to challenge you. Can you admit if these apply? When issues arose, were you feeling scattered, stretched, misaligned, mentally overloaded, unsure of what actual moves actually move the needle? I want to tell you something in a bit of an assertive way. I want you to really be honest because this is only impacting you. If you truly aim for success in these instances where things did not go as you expected last year, last season, how were you dealing with how you showed up? Was family life hectic? Did you give yourself the space to excel for yourself, your health, your wellness? Were you energetically sluggish? Was it hard for you to separate personal problems from your time at work? It's so important that I challenge you, don't separate personal life from how you execute in your profession because they do intertwine simply because you are human and there are not two of you. No matter how much you would love to have two of us, right? It's so important that your personal life, your self-care are considered when you're looking at the impact of success that you have professionally. I challenge you to be honest because this is data. That's the key word. Data, not failures, data that we can work with from today, from this moment forward. This data becomes clarity. So let's use it. Let's not get angry and let's not get sad. That's not what we're here for. We're here for something that bears repeating. Before you decide what you want for this new year, this new season, you must take the time and understand what held you back this past year, what held you back this past season. This is personal. This is leadership. This is your audit. So be honest. No one's looking. What were your internal blocks? What were your blind spots? Those emotional patterns, that executional drift that took you away from what you're aiming for. What you walk away with today, I hope, is awareness. Because without awareness, nothing changes. And with awareness, everything becomes possible because you see it. A chance to see patterns, blind spots, your emotional triggers, where your execution drifted quietly, shaping your past year, your past season. So I'm going to sprinkle in a little facts here. If you don't intentionally define what matters, how you want to expand, what needs to change in you, your brain will simply recreate your last year financially, operationally, emotionally, how you run your life and your business. Clarity is not just about what you want, it's about understanding why you didn't get what you wanted this past year. I'm going to get a little tough again. When leaders skip this step, they go into a new season, a new year, overwhelmed, unfocused, repeating the same strategies with the same mindset, slowly, quietly going into that execution drift. So now it's our time to get to 3 steps that will get you on the right track. Number 1, identify what truly held you back. Without shame, only data. We've done a brainstorm throughout this conversation. I want you to ask yourself those questions again. Where did I hesitate? Where did I avoid? Where did I let my emotions govern my decisions, leaving to the wish I coulda, woulda moments? Where did I drift instead of execute with my vision? Where did I react instead of lead? What fear shaped my decisions into knee-jerk reactions? And I want to preface this again. This is not about judgment. No one's seeing this. This is about data. It's about pattern recognition so you don't repeat them in a new season. This is your leadership audit. Awareness turns the invisible into something that you can influence. Identify who you must become: more decisive, more strategic, more courageous, a person who pauses a bit before they react. I've included a free download, a simple one, to help you jot down these ideas. Number 2, decide the one outcome that would transform everything in this new season, in this new year. Not 10, not 20. One driving purpose. Why? Because we have to repeat. And if we have too many, that becomes difficult. So think about it this way. If everything stayed the same except this one breakthrough result, what outcome would create the greatest shift in your business and life? And I'm going to be honest with you. Some people start off in the personal realm and not in the business. This is about you. And I want to pause and really emphasize that I'm here to be of service to you. This is about you. Take the time to challenge yourself. All right. Now, I want to give you another fun fact. Clarity gives your brain a target. Your brain organizes around that target. It's like telling your brain exactly where you're looking to go. Okay. Number 3, determine that one North Star matrix for your behavior, a performance habit, a leadership behavior, that after you review your work paper and your brainstorm and your audit of who you are, you can identify that one matrix. You want to measure the right thing. This is something that's very personal. It's something that you can play with. This is a work in progress. You might pick a matrix measurement and then decide, no, that's not really hitting the mark. You can switch it up. This, as I said before, is data for you. If you have any questions on this part, feel free to DM me or send me an email, and I'll be happy to work through that with you. Because when you measure the right thing, confusion disappears, overwhelm disappears, and execution becomes intentional. And that's our aim. Now, for those of you who are like, okay, what about things like profit, cash flow, operational throughput, my team? We're going to start those tomorrow. If you start here, every decision in this new season will become cleaner, faster, more aligned as you work through the process of discovery. Today, you walked away with awareness, the intentional and behavioral data most leaders haven't allowed themselves the space to achieve. Taking this time to understand what held you back, what you must change, what you're solving for. And the hard one, who you must become to get you there. This is where momentum begins. Clarity is how you define your future. Awareness is how you avoid repeating the past. And the identity that you have started creating in working on this exercise today is how you enter into the next level of not only leadership, but your life. This season becomes different right now because you became different. This is Carrie Amaro, the Wealth Exec. Let's reach your goals together. Join me tomorrow for day 2 on our 12 days to a new reset for a new season, a new year for executives, business owners. If you watch me on YouTube, subscribe to be notified for new releases, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care.